The question of, what's up with Cipher, has been one of the main mysteries in Gen V Season 2. Hamish Linklater's role has been the season's primary enemy, enticing Marie Moreau while also causing problems for the rest of Godolkin University. We now understand his situation, and any further spoilers for Hell Week will reveal that he is really Doug Brightbill, a normal guy who has been duped by Thomas Godolkin, the genuine superpowered person. Alright, so this isn't so shocking. Once it was revealed that Cipher's home had a charred man in a hyperbaric chamber, the majority of fans made some guesses that were quite similar to this week's. Indeed, as anticipated, Godolkin, who suffered severe burns in a 1967 lab accident at Project Odessa, has puppet Cipher, or more accurately, Doug. We learn that Doug lives in a red Honda Civic and has a cat named Buster, because I'd been fired from my job at Blockbuster. That was probably before Godolkin took over and he had been puppet for at least 18 years, from Marie's birth. To be quite clear, Godolkin was using the body of Cipher, a guy who is powerless, to channel his abilities. That is and has been the main point of the entire situation. Doug clarifies, no, there is no Cipher. It's only him. He is the only one there. There are still some unanswered questions, but it's reasonable to assume that he consumed some form of compound V, either before or after the burn, which endowed him with the ability to manipulate others and an abnormally extended lifespan. It's also reasonable to assume that he eventually dominated Doug and perhaps others. The objective? In essence, it appears to have been to create Marie, who now has greater control over his blood powers, has thus far brought her sister Annabeth back to life, and in this week's episode, repairs Polarity's severe brain damage. And she can now heal Godolkin as well because of the instruction from Cipher that got her there. Marie makes a bit of a mistake, but she believes Godolkin can help them escape Cipher, so she heals him. Not understanding that Doug is the only one without Cipher. Oh, and this also appears to be Godolkin's plan, or at least a portion of it, with Sister Sage. The first thing the freshly revitalized Godolkin does is have a low-power student strangle himself to death, either to emphasize that point or to throw a wrench in the works. He makes a vow to weed out additional worthless soups along the way. We'll probably get additional answers in the conclusion because Gen V has one more episode left. Who will make it through Godolkin/Cipher's rampage? I hope Doug is unaware that he has been fired from Blockbuster, since it is no longer in existence. Thanks for watching. For more updates stay tuned and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, please.